Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Last session, we had a really good session, and then I started recording. We started off really good. There was probably three hands that probably just a little bit unlucky. There was one where I think I ran a bluff and it just didn't work, which was probably terrible. But we had queens, probably went all in against an ace king. It's probably best to actually run to the flop and then try and get them to fold on the flop when they miss. But we're going all in. They're going to miss, one out of three times. I mean, I justified $6 losing, and then there's the bluff, which was pretty bad. So anyway, we're going to go with it and try and stick with the big blinds. Trying to defend pretty tightly from the big blinds, except for when we're playing one-on-one, by the way. But hopefully you're going pretty well, guys. I'm just going to fold here. Ace Queen gets an early win. Funny enough, we actually had a big blind going in, and someone from the small blind tried to bluff us, and we actually they raised, they bet, we raised, they re-raised, we raised again, small, and they folded. So it was like a free 70 cents. So it was pretty nice doing that. Sometimes the small blinds could actually have a rule hand though, so especially in the micro stakes, it's probably not really a smart thing to do. But anyway, we got out of there, started a new table. It was good though. Thanks for all the subs. Thanks for liking the videos as well. Do as much as you can. Kind of helps me out. Anyway, we're going to go through. I'm going to squeeze with King 8 suited. You're either going to fold here or you're going to squeeze. We're going for the squeeze. Good to see him fold though. The first one to act. Folding there. We're going to see bet like 100% as well, I think. I'm trying to take it down. Got some back doors as well. Hopefully he folds, but if he doesn't and we get called, hopefully we get like a 9 of hearts, a 6 of hearts type thing, and just jam the turn and then just try and steal it. I'm not 100% sure with that, but definitely squeezing is the play. And then we got 1 heart, so we got a lot of back doors, which is fine as well. So the squeeze did work. I did get told I'm not doing enough squeezes, especially in the big blind. So, especially if you're on the big blind, you should either squeeze or fold. Especially what I was trying to say last session as well. If this micro stakes are going to kill you with this, with the rake. So if you just going to go in there, calling, even though there's 2 other players, you're going to get killed with the rake. Plus, you're going to get killed by, people trying to. Your range is not going to. Is going to stink. And you're going to be out of position, so it's not really going to be well for you. It's cool there. Ace Queen, nice hand. Go for the steal with Jack 4. Pretty much can do it anyway. I'm going to bet here we've got a Queen, 9. Did say I was going to call, but there's 3 suits there, so even if we do make the hand, it's not going to be well. Oh, look at this. It's beautiful. We got 2 pair here. I'm going to raise it with 2 pair. Sure, he can have a lot of he can have a lot of hands there, but I think we can catch a lot of back draws there. He's just going to go all in, and probably could have argued there to go all in on the turn. Now that he's probably going to jam us here. No, he's not. So I should have jammed on the turn. He might actually fold here, which we should have got it in on the turn. So we just lost money there, unfortunately, because he was betting full-size bets. It wasn't like he was slowing down, but now he is. So it means we've probably lost a bit of value there. He's going to find a fold. Yeah, that's unfortunate. He's probably had kings or queens there. So we should have jammed it. Should have jammed it on the turn, because there's a lot of scare cards coming out. And while he's happy throwing in pot-sized bets, that's when you should re-raise and go all in, because you're going to make more mistakes there. Alright, so we've got a gut shot, we've got spades, miss everything, that's fine. Could have re-raised though, hit a set of queens, which is nice. Just going to check behind with ace queen. Unfortunately missed there, but we've got a set here, we've got a jam all rivers. Ace queen's just missed everything, a little bit awkward. Alright, so he folds, but Sometimes you can be a little bit lucky. I mean, that was a good river for us too, so a bit unfortunate. Get someone with 42% playable hands. Definitely going to be a lot wider there, so we should be able to bet there for value and not be scared too much. Hit a queen. Going to continue on. He's going to half bet this one, see if he's going to raise us, but... Okay, I can check behind here, and that's fine as well. Jams all in. What's he actually jamming with, though? That's the question. What is he jamming with? I'm going to call him anyway. Yeah, so I didn't believe it. He had stats like a fish. So we're going to call it anyway. Jamming on the river. Alright, so that was a nice hand to start with. Going to squeeze here with King 7 suited. Just a little bit of adaptation. Well, they're going to fold there or squeeze. Getting position is always good. They're going to fold there a lot of the times. A lot of C betting going to happen too. And even if small blind plays against us as well, you're going to find he's going to be in a lot of bad hands, and he's going to have to fold out anyway because he's got a capped range. Sixes, easy fold here. We missed the 6. It was a big bet too, so didn't really make sense. Anyway, good start to the session. Very good start. But yeah, so the ultimate goal, what I was saying with just touching in on, what happened last week, last video, was trying to get to 15,000 per hands. But the problem is I'm going to be tired sometimes with work. So, we might have to drop down to, say, aim for 10,000 hands. And another thing too, what we could do is play a smaller session, but play more tables. That's another thing as well. All right, double 7 and a king, we'll get a C bet there, and a lot of our opponents are going to miss the board there. So we've got a lot of folds there, which is nice. I'm going to call here with Ace Jack suited. We're out of position, but we have a playable hand, and if we've got a flush, we are drawing to the nuts. So now I'm going to check the razor. Not really happy with this hand at all, so we can easily get out of the way. Got a call with pocket 4s. And the fact that he's deep stacked as well. Just purely set mining, so that should be fine. Alright, King of Hearts. Almost a royal flush. Just going to slow play the set. At the moment, we've got quads as well now. If he's got pocket queens, he's going to get really upset. Well, he's not going to get really upset, but I'm just going to jam here. He could have a straight, but we get a jam here while he's happy. Okay, he's got a straight. So be it. He's not always going to have a straight there, so. King or a queen and we win the hand. But that's fine. We had 2 pair. He's going to have a lot of draws and he's going to catch, Just unfortunate that they're, Alright, so we can't be too upset about that hand. Alright, quad 4s win. No surprise there. Probably could have slow played the turn and try and hopefully he catches the river, but there's not many chances that you can slow play, and that is probably one with quads, knowing that, they're going to get you. Most times, anyway. I got a raise there with Ace Jack. Same thing again. Got a call behind the Ace 10-8. Oh, look at the straight. Look at the straight we got. Check behind the Ace Jack there. More interested about the 10-8 suited hand. Got to raise it up. Let's see if he calls. We do have a straight. We do have a flush draw as well. Alright, got a bet with Ace Jack. Could have a lot of hands here that beat us, but he's folding. He calls, which is pretty interesting. He could have the King of Spades here, but we're going to still bet like we've got it. I mean, the only hand... Oh, actually, we're not drawing dead, even if he's got the King of Spades. So if he's got the King of Spades, And need the nine of spades to come out, which would have been pretty good. Okay, sixes, gonna let go. Although you could probably argue to call there. It was pretty close to call. Alright, 7-2, got a steal, which is nice. Did miss a couple of steals, I did realise I missed a couple of steals in the green tables. And typically that's what we're aiming for, especially on especially on these green tables. Could go for a lot more steals. I noticed he didn't bet here pre-flop, so we just went to steal it. Nice. So yeah, hopefully everyone's going well. But yeah, main goal is 15,000 per week for hands. And then, if we're too tired, we've got to cut it down a little bit. What I did last night, I actually had a decent, actually went to sleep by about 10 o'clock last night, which is pretty early for me, which is not too bad. I'm going to have to try and squeeze in some poker videos that I'm actually watching as well, just to try and, always try and work on parts of my game as well. So the last section I learnt was more the big blinds, and just because I was losing a lot of money there. I've looked at, top pair, top kicker type hands as well. Okay, so we've got the bottom boat. Not always great, but we're gonna actually value bet a small bet there. Let's see if he calls. Alright, so he's called, and we got that was fine. That's got some value there, which is nice. Pocket queens coming in, sevens are coming in, fives, good ball for five. Actually, could have bet that one. Alright, sixes are betting. Sevens are not betting, but yeah, fives are betting. Got to make sure we bet there. Not a great board for queens though. I think we can call there and just see how we go. And there we go. That's why you don't fold. They're going to try and get you off the hand a lot. 10 cents, pretty cheap. Could have called. Sevens don't fill up straights. Sixes are gone. Far out. We're hitting sets now. Alright, so we've got a set of sevens down the bottom, which is nice. He's going to try and wheel us with ace king, I think. Hopefully he jams in, but he doesn't. Right, the board pairs. Likelihood he's going to just fold here. We just get an easy hand here. And I've got the ace of diamonds too. So if he calls, we'll get another diamond. We could probably jam. We're just going to jam this, so we don't care. He calls. Okay, so we missed that one. We got a little bit carried away, I guess. Okay, so we've got a book with 4-2. The only upside about the ace queen hand was, we ended up getting extra points for the chips, or maybe they scored. I got a raise, check raise there with the book here. Right, see if he's going to fold, see if he's going to raise, maybe he jams. I don't know what he's going to do. It is the greedy bet. Some players will know that I'm actually going to be chasing there a lot of the times with check raising. The whole plan is to try and be as, try and be a little bit harder to play against. And that's it. We're going to, especially places where we check raising, we're going to be mixing up bluffs as well. I'm going to raise this. Happy to go all in against his range. We don't know what his range is going to be here, but ace queen's pretty tight, so we should be fine. Unless he wakes up with kings, but then we've still got an ace anyway. And sometimes you got to wake up with nothing else. Need a lot of help though. Need a lot of help. Need that ace. Alright, so we didn't get the ace. Anyway. Oops. Sometimes they'll fold there as well. Alright, we got ace king. Alright, so that's two big blinds that are gone. Not our way. Get a c-bet there with ace king. We do have a backdoor flush draw, which we missed, but we still have a straight though. You know, ace 5 comes out. Alright, check behind. We still could have the best hand if he's just got broadways. Jams all in. Just don't know what he's jamming all in with though. I mean, you could probably jam on the turn there, but sometimes they get a fold. You know, if they got 10s, maybe you get them to fold. And when they do call, you gotta have like, you know, straight opportunities as well. You can probably go as much crazy as you want. It could be the high variant, like high variance though, with those type of hands. Probably not the best way to go though. Well, kings win, which we're happy about as well. So you got 45, 47 behind us, which is not too bad. 6-2. Probably cool call. Especially heads up in position. So that's probably a spot where we could probably open up as well. I mean, we've opened up a little bit with the big blinds, but also being tight in the big blinds. It really just depends what type of hands we will look at. Chicken behind, he could easily have diamonds here. That got better 2 pair. Probably should have bet again, actually. Whatever he does here, we have to call. Ooh, nice. We got away with that one. That was nice. So the high variance there. Against a small guy, we're going to raise him up. Pocket ace should be good. But you never know. You never know. We might have a monster. He's got ace king, so this is normal. Let's hit an 8 on the flop, please. Okay, collect it. Pocket 8s actually get the win against a, you know, terrible player, which is very good. Pocket 8's nice. Always like to win with the lowers. Because everyone seems to, you know, get excited with aces and kings. It's the pocket 8s. It's the hands that you just beat. Like, you know, you got ace 10 and you beat against someone with ace 9. They're the type of hands you should get excited about. I say it often. Don't get excited about your your premium hands. Everyone plays premium hands, and majority of people do win from premium hands. Maybe you don't. Maybe you don't. You're not playing them properly, but actually, pocket 4 is pretty good here. We've got a bet here. He's got to fold a lot out. Okay, he might have hit. Maybe not. Wow, on the river, and he didn't bet it. So we actually bet correctly as well. So he actually wanted to see what we probably had. So we actually made a well-timed bet on the turn. So if he didn't get the hearts or an ace or a king, we're definitely in front there, which is fine. Alright, got a bet here, got 2 pair. But that's another thing too, is a lot of people are suggesting, like, when you have a medium, like a marginal hand, but your opponent's going to call, you should never just check on the river. You should always bet it, because your opponent's always going to re-raise you when you beat. Well, not always, but a lot of the times. But they're going to call behind with worse hands anyway. So you're going to lose value if you don't bet. Alright, pocket 10s, up against heads up. So heads up, you can either win a lot of money or you can really lose it fast. Alright, I have to bet here. You could easily have clubs, but he folds. At least that was a nice hand. But yeah, you can win quite a lot just heads up here. Alright, I've got a call. Got king 10. Probably could have even raised. Got a check raise. Got a gutter with 2s. Need a 4. Sometimes people get a little bit crazy trying to bluff people in heads up. I think 2s are good there, but hopefully we get there on the river. Well, we got there in the river, but it's hard. They could easily have king or 10. Didn't bet there, actually. So we can actually bet this, I think. We can be good here most of the time. Hopefully he calls. Be interesting if he raises us, though. But yeah, I think we'll best there most of the time. Well, I should have folded queen 5. Because if they're not connected, you can do one gappers and all that. Like when you're playing deeper stack, no, I'm not really playing deeper. When you're playing higher rated, more NL, higher NL games like 500 NL, 200 NL type games, you can widen your range, and you've got straight possibilities. But when you don't, it's gonna be a little bit more trickier. A bit cool here, trying to spot a 3. I have to call, trying to get a 3 here, but not happy with it. I'm going to call. Everyone seems to be in the hand. Why not? Seems everyone's quite deep stacked. 3's going to fold. Probably should have folded a bit earlier. Yeah, it's an interesting hand. Try and steal. All right. Ace, queen, excitable hand. Yeah, queen 5's gone. Just going to be out of position a lot of times there, and just going to have a lot of marginal hands where you can't really play too much. Goes all in. I'm just going to call. All right, so that was a nice hand if he doesn't hit. People get impatient quite easy. All right, so that was an easy hand. Funny enough, I'm going to bet this because we've got a gut shot. Hit trips with queens. Actually going to go for a squeeze with 7-6 suited. I'm not just going to call behind. Pocket 9s, damn it. Someone jams all in. Wow. I was quite excited after seeing 2 people with ace queen. But then the queen hit. So you got more of a chance of winning winning the hand. Alright, I gotta leave this table. So he beat, I think it was Gundy. His name was Gundy. Anyway. 4-3. We've got a gut shot with the 2 there, but not excited about it. Hey, we did a 3 though. That's counts for something. Alright, let's add up this table as well. Opening up King 9 offsuit. Need to really sit forward as well, because when you're a little bit tired or you had a busy day at work, should sit forward. Lay back in the chair, sit back in the chair. You're gonna get too relaxed and you're gonna make some bad moves. So I'm gonna bet here, hopefully a king comes out. Because if a king comes out, our weak kicker doesn't count, especially when the board pairs up. If I have a jack, we're just crying there anyway, but it's not the case. King 9 maybe should have bet there. Didn't need to though. So win the hand regardless. So nice. King Queen offsuit. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, I did say I was going to try and do 2 sessions a day, like during the week. It's going to be pretty hard though. So I'll probably have to do at least just 1 session a day minimum. Which means that we're going to, probably have to work more on a... I have to check there. Yeah, just have to work more on a, 10,000 type goal per week. Alright, so nice hand. This is what I'm saying. You've got to throw the bet in, even though the board's scary. They're going to call behind with a lot of trash. If you don't bet there, you're going to lose a lot of money. So make sure you are value betting on the river, even when the scary board. Got to bet this one. A lot of C betting going on. Get a squeeze. We haven't been doing enough squeezing, so we definitely do some squeezing there. Some stealing as well with Jack 6. Nice. Alright, so this is a really good board to see bet and hits our range as well. But he calls a party pooper. He bets here. If he misses the board, we win, but unfortunately he calls us. Right, Ace Jack suited. We should have probably bet there. Probably missed a steal there. Got a backdoor flush draw. We need a backdoor. We had a backdoor straight draw. Could actually have the best hand. I'm going to bet it. If he's got broadways and he calls, we'll win the hand. So unfortunately, he didn't call, but all right, Ace Jack, 4 bets. We're just gonna fold there, get out of the way. Gonna be out of position a lot of times, so no point calling to a 4 bet there, especially on the bottom end of our calling range. If they were suited, then you could probably argue it, and then you've got then you've got to work out, 11% chance of getting a draw, a flush draw on the flop. And then you could probably jam on the flop or, go something a little bit crazier style. But you got to make sure that they've got the, they're deep enough stack to play those moves as well. Or shallow enough, depending on, if it's deep stack, it might stop you from playing those moves. Where if they've got like $100, like $1.50 or $2, they're under 100 big blinds around that. Could be an easy jam. King, queen, easy fold there out of position. We're in position, but they're raising there. We're going to be dominated a lot of times. 5 cents, going to call for 6. And that's one thing I'm going to do a lot more of as well. So what we're going to do is, if they give us a cheap price, we're going to try and call and, try and take down, just try and get as much, many pots as possible. 7-5, we're going to fold, but we could actually have raised there and squeezed. So what they do say is don't call, but you can actually go for squeezing. Go for squeezing with suited connectors, king suited type hands, ace suited type hands. Even flat. I think flatting with ace suited type hands is not bad because you're drawing to the nuts, so it's a bit different. But there's a lot of mixed opinions when it comes to big blinds, and people can get confused a lot with, say, cash games compared to tournaments. So, all right, hit top set with aces. Could be trying to get 2 spades on us. All right, hitting another spade. There's flush draws out there, straight draws. Unlucky if he just folds, though. He could be check raising a lot of hands there as well. All right, so that's a really nice card because now we've got the book. And now he's got spades. So the thing is, if he's a decent player and he's confident, he's gonna bet into us, and then try and go all in here. If he's got the flush, he might have the king of spade. You might think we're trying to bluff as well. Okay, so he's not folded straight away. Going for a c-bet with ace queen. He calls though. It's one of those moments where you wish they just folded. Hopefully he re-raises. Oh, it calls. Okay, so the 9. I probably should have jammed a bit heavier. Just didn't want him to fold, but yeah, I should have actually jammed heavier. I lost money there, I think. So he bets into us, screams a 9. Yeah, there you go. Screams a 9, I was right. So we just get out of the way. If he didn't have a 9, he's probably folding there. If he didn't have a 10, he's probably folding. There's an argument to actually bet there because, 10s and 9s and all that jazz seem to always hit callers' ranges. And we did go for a squeeze, but they say that for a paired hand, you should probably see bet. But in this case, we messed up. Alright, interesting hand here. Hit a set. We're just going to half bet this one. You could even go for a delayed C bet. He's going to jam this and he's going to call. Alright, nice hand. Alright, 7-6 suited in the cutoff. Let's see how we go there. Throwing smoke in our face. Someone's a bad sport. But as you can tell, like, it's not such a big deal. I mean, it wasn't that long ago that, you know, we just lost some big blinds. But you just got to get used to it. Alright, I'm going to go for a squeeze with 8-7. 8-7 suited. I'm going to call with ace-2. Not really excited, but now we've got 3 on our way, hopefully. 6 is in the corner. Alright, I could continue betting here. I'm going to bet here. He just checked to us. We could probably bet the turn as well. Get a free river, but we're going to bet anyway. And he just folds. So that's fine. Yeah, ace jack. We could have called, but it's not the greatest of hands. What's this guy calling with? He's only got 60 cents behind him. You could probably argue to call here no matter what he's going to throw. We've got the price. I'm just going to call. He's got pocket fives. Alright. Pocket aces. Going in for a 4 bet. Just interested to see what he was betting with. Alright, I'm going to call 7 cents. It's a small bet. Alright, so he's a small bet. We're going to throw this in and then just jam on the turns. Well, not jam, but he's going to get a good price anyway, and he's going to either call or fold. You know, he's either going to, obviously he's going to call or fold, but he's going to, yeah. Let's give him a good price to call anyway. Pocket kings, it's going to fold. A lot of things come behind, so could easily have a 9 here. Just to check behind. Glad our opponent didn't actually have kings there, pocket kings. Could have been in a lot of trouble. Alright, so he checked to us, and that means he's screaming weakness. So we just bet there, that's fine. Got a gutter, got a check raise. We've got a back door as well. Nice. And even if he does call, we've still got a chance to hit our board, like our cards, but obviously folded, and that's fine as well. Alright, so far this has been really nice. Like, apart from the two big hands that we lost, like this session's been pretty neat. Expect to see a lot more nice sessions coming our way now, because I think last week it was quite harsh. But those sessions aren't going to be forever. And it was only, out of all the sessions, like I said last game as well, all the sessions, there was only one session that we could say that, you know, it was probably hard done by, because we weren't getting anything. And that was meaning, like, we weren't even getting aces or kings and queens winning small cards. We weren't even winning those little hands. We were absolutely getting nothing. And that was one session out of since we've started. This is easy fold. Even a 3 wins this one. So we'll just get out of there. Okay, so he bets us, and he's only got a 4% betting range. So I got to fold. If we call, we had diamonds, but we're out of position. If we don't get the diamonds, we're just folding there a lot of the times post-flop. So it's an easy fold pre-flop. Going to be losing a lot more there. You got like 10% chance, 11% chance to win that, to hit that flop. Yeah, 54. This is the reason why you don't call in the small blind. Usually fold or bet raise. Now get a raise here, got a set. There's two other players. They might still fold though. All right, betting small here. Just thought he tried calling us, but he didn't hit his card. So I just thought maybe if we, uh, if we throw in a smaller bet, like a half-size bet, he's got a call there, but obviously not. You go for a squeeze with ace-4 suited. That's the new adjustment. Always a good sign when the first person folds. But this is only a great board for what we're trying to do, so we're just going to probably let this go now. Yeah, we can definitely have a better board to see bet. I think throwing in extra money there is not going to work. So that's another thing too, is we need to work out what board to see betting to play that move. So it was a nice hand. All right, so got a gut shot here. Got backdoor flush draws. Got to check raise the turn. Got to check raise the turn. Check behind. Got diamonds. Got a straight. Just got a jam. He's got to make his mind up already. So I think he's going to call there anyway. He's going to spend a lot of time, but I thought he's calling there. I think we threw him off though. That was probably the only card that was not a scare card. There's a lot of scare cards out there, but I think he could have had a lot of overpairs. It was a scare card for him though, so it probably killed our action. So he was probably calling everything until that card come out. So it was pretty sad that that card come out. And Jack suited. Hopefully he just folds and gets out of the way, gets some free money out of position. Let me know in the comments how all you guys are going as well. I'd like to hear some poker stories. What you guys got to tell? Are you guys playing well? Have you guys seen me at the table? Sometimes there's been a few people saying they see me at the tables. I do expect some people to be pretty silly against me as well. Every now and again, I'm going to see someone try and bluff me. I mean, there was one hand, I think it was about 4 videos ago, where someone just went and just, I think they 3-barreled me and just showed the hand at the end with like, I think it was ace rag or something. I got a bet here, got backdoor. Backdoor straight, backdoor flush. Wouldn't have got there anyway, but that's lucky. Lucky he folded. So there is a lot of hands that, we can see bet with if we've got potential. Definitely helps. Still got, we've got 46 behind us. Got a few tables now with some money on it, so that's good. Obviously they've all got money, but I mean like, $5, $8 is really good. Got some $2, $4 at the bottom. Hopefully aces win this one, but everyone folds. Okay. Board pairs up. If he checks to us, we're probably betting the turn, betting the flop and the turn, and trying to get some free money, hopefully. So I'm gonna bet the flop and the turn. He's going to fold. If he calls us here, he's going to fold a lot of turns here. In theory. And bet into us if he's made a hand as well. And we'll just get out of the way. But I was going to actually fire another barrel. But lucky he told us he had a good hand. Maybe he booked it up with that last hand. Maybe he had pocket tens. Alright, got to isolate against Mr. Kung over there. Alright, he folded luckily. Probably could have argued about not throwing another bet in. Did have second pair. Go for a steal there. Open ender. We've got a straight now. It's going to be hard to let this one go because we had king queen. We had a gut shot. Goes all in. What's he jamming us with? Okay. He had nothing. Going for a squeeze with the suited connectors is the new adjustment that we're doing. Hit a book. Nice. Well, so suited connectors is working. Trying to go for a steal here. Nice. Getting a little bit of extra coin everywhere. Going to have, gonna have the kids turn up soon after school, so there could be a lot of distractions. So probably should turn off, should turn off poker and keep this to a short session, and there's nothing wrong. And then we'll try and play later. All right, ace king, fine. Well in position with eights, deep stacked. He's got to bet a lot here. He's got a C bet here probably. It's a bit of a dry board. Do have a gut shot. Really good card for us actually. Have to call. Look how deep. He's got to check here a lot of times. We'll have him beat a lot. Unless he's got aces, obviously. But just imagine hitting that 7. Check behind. Had a free card. Never got a straight. Get a bit big. Looks like a bluff. Raises us. I'm going to fold. Out of position. Alright, got ace king there. Yeah, so if I have a short session, then I'm going to try and make it up later today. Ace king, it could throw this bet in. Have to go for a squeeze, obviously. All right, nice hand there. Probably was going to go all in on the flop. And just, play quite aggressive. Really put their capped ranges to the test. Like, if they've got a 9, then it's an easy call. But if they don't have a 9, and even if they've just got 2 broadways, we could be in front of them a lot of times as well. So this has been quite a tidy session so far, apart from one or two hands, obviously, but no one's got the perfect session usually. I mean, you always got to make some type of mistakes. Like even robots playing, let's say if a robot plays this, even they're going to miss cards sometimes as well. We go for a steal, which we did. Not good for jacks. I don't know what he's waiting for. I don't know if he's going to bet. Some people don't know when to bet, when to, some people just really don't really work on their games. We're probably not calling him, but, someone with the queen there could probably throw a bet in there against pocket pairs. Because there's going to be a lot of people, with our cards or, smaller pocket pairs. Second pair can be a good hand to actually throw a bet in. And if you're starting to throw in those marginal hands as value bets and you're getting value from your marginal hands, just imagine what your win rate's going to be like. All right, so got a gut shot with ace jack. Never falling to a small bet, that's for sure. Never fallen to a small bet. All right, we'll call, see what he's got. He's got jack 10. So he's throwing a bet like he's scared. Is he ever folding if we bet to him though? Because it does look like a bet. If he's a thinking player, it's bad. He'll just pick off our bluff as a donation. But if he's not a thinking player and he's not reading the hands well, which probably is quite common at this rating, then he's probably going to just fold. All right, pocket sevens have to call. Hit another set with sevens. Queen 10 missed. Checking behind with twos. Just try to get a free card. All right, get all the go-tos. Have to call. Look at the gut shot. Probably even raise there if we wanted. Had everything on the turn. Got nothing on the river. And got into fold. I had some backdoor flushes, but didn't come out. This is why we just let go of the hand. I mean, even if you get a 10, it's not going to help us on the river. Got jacks, got a gut shot here. Hit a 10. Flush draw, straight draw, you name it. We got the second nut draw. Not going to fold king 10 here, I don't think. It's a tough one. We missed it though. Do jacks hold? Yeah, they do. 3 cents. I'm going to call. He had ace jack. Okay, so he's scared, but throws in a small bet. Good to see that they're charging us the minimum to see what they're betting with. I mean, some players are going to charge us a lot. That way we're just charging to, see what he's actually got. And then we can make a plan for next time. But, we're actually chasing. Oh, we missed everything there, so. So he had the ace jack, and that's all. We just needed another heart. Another 10, another king. Wasn't that bad. Oh. I'm not really upset that we folded there. It's one of those hands where it looks amazing. It goes all in. I'm not really excited. And you look at that. We had pocket fives. That's it. So if he had an ace, he's beaten us. He had higher pocket pair. It's easy to get overrated with that hand. Yeah, I should have folded that. Should have just check folded. Hit a flush, but look at this board. I'm just gonna fold it. All right, the zoo is home. I've got to now. I'm gonna be finishing this session off. Really wanted to fall at this table. Anyway, guys, let's have a quick look and see what the damage is. Oh, I actually don't think there was much damage in this hand. I think we actually did really well. Check behind. So we won the hand. That was a nice little hand. All right, so we're back to 77 and 20, which is pretty much $80. So was a good session. Got the money back from last session. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. We'll probably do another session a bit after anyway. So thanks, guys. See you next time.